Stockholm Syndrome has been defined as a condition in which hostages develop a psychological alliance with their captors during captivity. Emotional bonds may be formed between captor and captives during intimate time together, but these are generally considered irrational in light of the danger or risk endured by the victims. A lot of people point out that Meghan is always putting her hands on Harry and that he's kind of like a captive. This term was first used by the media in 1973 when four hostages were taken during a bank robbery in Stockholm, Sweden, Stockholm Syndrome. The hostages defended their captors after being released and would not agree to testify in court against them. Although it was noted that in this case the police were perceived to have acted with little care for the hostages' safety. That would change things. There are four key components that characterize Stockholm Syndrome. A hostage's development of positive feelings toward the captor, no previous relationship between hostage and captor, a refusal by hostages to cooperate with police forces and other governmental authorities unless the captors themselves happen to be members of police forces or government authorities, and a hostage's belief in the humanity of the captor because they cease to perceive the captor as a threat when the victim holds the same values as the aggressor. People are wondering why Harry just doesn't leave. Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. What is Harry's mental state? Harry can't believe his life has turned out this way. There's been a lot of rehab rumors when Harry did the picture with himself and Archie in front of the lake in Victoria or Vancouver. People said, "Oh, that's a spot where there's a rehab facility there." He's taking that photo right outside the rehab facility. Here, these photos are very telling. This collage compilation, because Harry is he's not looking well. He's just not looking well in any of these photos. The background is very drab, and where is that? Where is that background? Because that's not the Tyler Perry house. That's not the Victoria Mansion. And so now there's speculation that Harry may have been committed, may have gone into, had a psychological breakdown. So let's take a look. Has Harry had a psychological breakdown? Has he gone into an inpatient facility? Because really nothing he's doing makes sense for him. It makes sense for Meghan, but going to live in LA, it doesn't make sense for Harry. Leaving the royal family, it doesn't make sense for Harry. It doesn't look like it's really working out for him at all. Meghan will just go on doing what Meghan has been doing all along, with the extra boost of being a royal, claiming royal status. So has Harry been committed to a psychiatric facility recently because of all the stress? Because this rumor is flying around. Ooh, devil. Has Harry been committed to a psychiatric facility? Rose's sweet appearance, keeping up appearances, and this direction, and manifesting a sweet appearance and a future direction. Behind is the devil. The devil's very bad. The devil is often addictions. Harry seems, Harry and Meghan are huge partiers. They were when they were living in the cottage at Kensington Palace, where they roasted the chicken. They roasted the vegan chicken, and Harry proposed to Meghan. They were having all-night parties. People flying in by helicopter, loud music, and the neighbor who was a diplomat, he said, "Oh yeah, I miss Harry and Meghan and those all-night parties on the weekdays and such." Okay, so they are heavy, they are serious, drinkers and other, recreational substances, and that's the devil. Okay, so behind, he has a history of this. Naked billiards in Las Vegas, large history, public history of this. Above, diamond ring, the marriage, in the future, fox, man, and strength. Fox is a single woman. 25, 36, 9 spades, full stop. So Meghan is going to be single, Harry is going to be single, and single in the relationship, full stop, and Meghan is going to be single. Meghan and Harry are going to be single, full stop. Mary. So Fox is definitely single. So I'm not seeing him in a facility at this point. I am seeing that he does do drink and drugs with some issues there. Let's look at Harry and Meghan, and let's look at the relationship. Is Harry suffering from Stockholm syndrome? And the main thing about Stockholm syndrome is that the victim, Harry, it's funny, Meghan is always claiming to be the victim, but really Harry is clearly the victim. So is Harry aligned perfectly with Meghan? Because in previous readings, I do see him cooperating with Meghan, going along with things. She's definitely psychologically the stronger person, very determined, won't take no for an answer. What Meghan wants, Meghan gets. And I think she just walks, just bowls over him, bulldozes him, really. So let's look at Harry and Meghan. Is Harry suffering from Stockholm syndrome? Is he just in complete alignment with Meghan? Or is he waking up and smelling the coffee? Harry, Meghan, is Harry suffering from Stockholm syndrome? Angel can be Archie. High Tower, crossroads. Decisions. Official decisions. Isolated. 25, 7 hearts. He's isolated and he's taken another direction. Innocent. This can either be innocent or Archie. I say he's separated from Meghan. He's separated from Meghan, and he's either out at the cross. He's somewhere else. Obviously, he's somewhere else from these pictures. He's somewhere else. He's isolated. He's somewhere else, and he's Angel. Angel can be new, starting over. I'm not sure. What is this angel? Let's throw a card or 3. What is this angel? What is this angel telling us? Is this Archie? Mercury. There's an olive tree. Communications about Archie. Communications about the family, Archie. All right, so they're separated right now. They're not living together, they're separated. So he's not really under her control. What's going on with Meghan? Mustard seed, cornucopia, home. People, all the money. Okay, 13, 4 hearts twice. So Meghan is holding on to the family, messages about money and the family. So mustard seed can also be documents, formal legal documents. So I do see them separated, and she's sending documents about the money. She's working on the money, which that's what you do in a divorce. So I think they're separated. Okay, he's not under her control anymore. What I was looking for here, Stockholm syndrome is complete synchronicity. They're completely linked and unified. And he's being victimized under Stockholm Syndrome, he would be victimized by Megan, but he would be in complete alignment with the victimizer. Okay, he's separated and he's out at the crossroads. And he's like, either he's like a child. I asked, is this Archie? This can be about Archie. So they're not in synchronicity. So he's not suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. So cornerstone and hand in hand, 10, 3 diamonds, Trinity working everything together, solid cornerstone, everyone. So lots of people working in the cornerstone, okay. Lots of people working out the money and the situation, and incubus, succubus, water into wine, 14, 4 diamonds again. So transforming the bad relationship. Yeah. So they're going through a divorce. They're not in synchronicity. He's not suffering at this point from Stockholm Syndrome because they're not together. She's not able to control him the way she was before. But in Stockholm Syndrome, even after the victims are taken away from the captors, they still work for the captors. And that's what happened in that case with Stockholm Syndrome. So, but he's been separated from her. He's been separated from her, and I think they're working out the divorce. Is Harry currently struggling with drugs and alcohol? Okay, because this looks like rehab. This looks like an RV. This is a kitchen. You can see the microwave. He's not in some fancy place. This is not a fancy place. This is a bolt hole. This is a hideout. Is Harry currently struggling with drugs and alcohol? Because here we have the devil. Terry's struggling with drugs and alcohol now. Renewal, transformation, very solid, and Mother Earth. This can be back with the royal family. 22, 6 diamonds, many people helping out. No, he's on very solid ground right now. He's on very solid ground, and I think he's with the royal family, Mother Earth. He's not with his mother. Okay, Diana is passed, so he's not with Diana. So I think he's with the royal family, and he's got a lot of help going on. Underneath, sun can be an explosion, an episode, an aneurysm, a big event, full stop, and heart, 11, 3 clubs. He had a breakdown, he had an alcohol and drug episode, but they put a stop to it. He had an episode, and they put a stop to it, and now he's doing what's best. Okay, Ace of Hearts is doing what's best. So he did have this. He did have kind of a lapse where he probably went into rehab and he was treated for this, but he's on solid ground now. Okay, is Harry currently suicidal? Is he suicidal? Because if you're going to be committed to, for psychiatric evaluation, it's almost always because you're a danger to yourself or others. And danger to yourself is suicide. Is Harry suicidal? All right, this is overwhelmingly 5s. 5, 5, 5, 3 5s. It changes a lot. His path going forward is blocked. So 10, 14, 4 diamonds. He struggles with depression, absolutely. Underlying 8 spades, the illness card, reacting very depressively to events. 8 and 8, 16, 4 spades. Yes, he does struggle with depression and 4 spades. He has contemplated suicide. He struggles with depression and he has contemplated suicide in the past. So money doesn't buy you everything. Okay, so this is a very interesting spread. So there's all this talk that Harry's been committed, gone into a psychiatric facility, and he kind of had a breakdown. I'm not seeing that. That's not what I'm seeing. So let's review. Is Harry in a psychiatric facility? No. No. Right now, no. In the past, he's struggled with drugs and alcohol. In the future, we have a full stop to the relationship. This adds 9 spades, 36. In the near future, we have a full stop to their relationship. So they're going through a separation. They're going through a divorce. None of this is announced. Is Harry suffering from Stockholm Syndrome? Stockholm Syndrome is all about being completely influenced and controlled by your captor. No, he's separated from her. So they've physically removed him and taken him somewhere else. Okay, so they can send a plane for him and pick him up and grab him and have the security rush him away. Meghan is working out the money. Okay, it's all about the money and legal documents. And they're just working. There's a lot of people working on this, transforming the soured relationship. And there may be a lot of discussion about Archie. This angel is odd over here because there's a lot of drama with Archie. I think they chose another Archie. I think they rejected the first Archie because the mother wouldn't, the original surrogate wouldn't give him up. So I think they actually chose another Archie. So I'm not sure what Archie would be doing over here. So this is kind of, I don't know. Harry's like a helpless baby, maybe. But they are separated. He's not suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. He's in a better place. Is he struggling with drugs and alcohol? No, right now he's very solid, and it looks like he's with family. He's really transformed everything. He did have an episode. We see the devil over here, and he had a full stop and just a breakdown. He had to go into rehab here. Okay, and I think this is probably rehab what we're seeing here. But he's in a good place now. Okay, is he suicidal? He definitely struggles with depression and suicide. And that's just something that happens as events unfold in his life. He has these very dark thoughts, and I've heard that he's also, medicated for the antidepressants. So he does struggle with depression and suicide. And in the past, he had a breakdown with the drugs and alcohol. But right now, he's in a good place, and the royal family, it looks like the royal family is really taking care of him. So that's good. That's what a family's for. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who support me and bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.